second time that I filmed this video, and I decided that I was going to film it in a new location. So you guys are seeing a different part of the room that I always film in. I usually film like over there. Like, I know you guys can't see it, but like I have like a thing, and then right here is the, so it's like here's where I put the camera, and then this wall is where you guys usually see. I'm just on this wall. Does that make sense? I don't know, but my camera is dying, and I'm really hoping I can film this video before it dies, because I already filmed this video today and I didn't like the way that it looked, so I deleted it, because I'm great. But anyways, let's get right to it! Here, and today we are going to be filming another library haul, and I obviously hate myself because I picked up 7 books. Again, despite the fact that I also have like a million kajillion books that I want to read this summer. But you know, it's fine. So I'm just going to get through the books. I'm going to tell you guys what the books are about, and then I'm just going to kind of move on because again, I'm in a little bit of a time crunch, but it's fine. Okay, let's go. The first book I have in this pile is Bird Box by Josh Malerman. Malerman, yes. And this was actually the only book that I went into the library knowing that I was going to grab. It basically has to do with a world where there's something sinister outside, and whenever you see it, it causes you to become this violent, crazy person. And so anytime someone goes outside of their house, they basically have to go outside blindfolded because they can't really see what's out there. And so it follows Mallory, who's our main character, and she has 2 children, and she wants to go and take them somewhere safe. But the only way to do that is to travel 20 miles in a boat completely blindfolded, and it's a thriller, and I've heard amazing things about this book, and the second that I heard about it, I was like, I have to take it up. Like, it sounds so interesting. It sounds so interesting. And this is actually the book that I'm reading next, so I'm super, super excited to get to this one. Yes. Okay, so these are in a different order than the first time I did this video, but it's fine. Next, we've got Reboot by Amy Tintera. This book sounded really interesting. I hadn't really heard anything about it before I went to the library, and then I kind of saw it at the library, and I was like, you know, that sounds interesting, let's pick it up. And so basically, you've got Ren Connolly. Ren Connolly died 5 years ago. 178 minutes later, she was rebooted. And basically what that means is that you come back as a better, stronger, faster, smarter version of yourself. And the idea behind being rebooted is that the longer that you're dead before you're rebooted, the stronger you come back. And Ren is one of the strongest. She obviously was dead for 178 minutes before she woke up. And so she's been doing this for 5 years, and now she trains people basically. And there's this new guy whose name is Callum Reyes, and he is quite possibly the worst recruit she has ever gotten. And then he goes and breaks the laws that they have, and so she either has to fix him or get rid of him, and she doesn't really want to do either of those things, and then it just kind of follows their story. Other than that, I don't really know anything, but it sounds super interesting. Okay, next is a book that I actually was surprised about because I wasn't really thinking that that's what it was, you know, like that's what it was about. And that book is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I never actually expected to read this book. I never actually thought I was going to read this book, but I read, because I thought it was like a contemporary about 2 people falling in love and stuff like that, and I just wasn't in the mood. But I actually read the synopsis for this, and it's amazing. Like, it just sounds amazing. And it kind of follows the idea between, where's the line between being a villain and a hero? And so, you've got 2 people who are adherently villain or evil, who are basically the only people who can save the day and save the entire city. So you've got Kate Harker. She basically wants to be like her dad, and her dad is this ruthless, very ruthless person. And then you've got August Flynn, who is literally a monster. He can steal people's souls by playing music, and he is one of like the 3 monsters in the city. But the city has been divided. It's being basically destroyed, and so they are the only people who can see both sides and who can fix the city, and it just sounds so interesting, and like I'm super excited to get to this. I'm excited to get to all of these ones. This is like something I say in every single one of my freaking book haul videos. I swear. I'm just like, I'm so excited to get to them. What else am I supposed to say? I don't know. Sorry. I just like, it's just something I say, and I don't like that I say it because what am I supposed to, like, what am I supposed to say? I'm excited to get to these books. And I obviously hate myself because I have so many books to get up, so why wouldn't I pick it up, you know? It's not like I have a kajillion other books to read. Moving on. The next book I grabbed was An Ember in the Ashes by Sophocles. This was the only version they had, and it's actually the big print version. And after picking this book up, I kind of realized that when I got Carry On earlier this year, I actually got it in the big print edition, and I didn't realize. I thought that that was just the way that the book was, but no, I'm just stupid. This follows Leia, who is a slave, and Elias, who is a soldier, and basically they live in this government where defiance means death, and Leia's brother gets arrested, and so she turns to the rebels for help, and to get their help she basically has to spy on the military, and there she meets Elias, and it kind of has to do with their fates intertwining and stuff like that, and it just sounded really interesting, and I've heard amazing things about it, so I thought I'd pick it up because why the hell not? I'm trying. I'm really trying not to say I'm super excited to get to it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm excited to get to this one, but I'm interested in it, so there's that. I'm doing good so far. I'm doing good on time. I think I can. I have 3 books left. We can do this. Sorry to interrupt your scheduled content, but my camera died, so I had to charge the battery. But I'm back now, and it's a somewhat full battery. It'll last long enough for me to finish this video. So I'm back finishing this video, and where was I? Right. So the night before I went to the library, I was looking up a whole bunch of suggestions because I wasn't entirely sure what to pick up at the library, and I was watching videos and stuff like that, and I actually saw this book, and it was also the first book I saw when I walked into the teen section, and that book is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. And I'm actually really interested to read this book. Again, same thing, interested in all these books and stuff like that, but basically it's very vague and I don't know where the story is going to go, and that really intrigues me. But basically it takes place in a world where there's humans and then there's the folk. Not entirely sure what the folk are. I don't know, like I just don't know. But Hazel and her brother Ben live in this world, and since they were children, they used to tell each other stories about this boy who lives in a glass coffin in the middle of the woods. And basically, as Hazel grew up, she kind of put the story aside because it was just like a children's story. You know, you don't really need to believe in it. But one day, this guy in the glass coffin in the middle of the woods wakes up. And that's what the story revolves around, and that just sounds super intriguing, and I have no idea anything other than that. Like I said, I go into books blind. You can probably tell that I'm not as like rushed as well in this part of the video because I don't feel like I need to talk really fast and go like this, and yes, okay, we're done, okay, next book, yes, okay, yeah, but I like this one. This one sounds interesting, and look at the cover, it's gorgeous. That's a gorgeous cover, and I've heard good things about it, so that's always a good thing, and why the hell not pick it up, you know? Okay, so the next book I was actually not planning on picking up for a while, and that is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I have been meaning to pick this up, I guess. I mean, I keep seeing it at the library, and I always want to pick it up when I go to the library, but then I have too many books, and I'm like, I don't really need to pick it up. Because I'm not entirely sure if this is something that I'm going to like or not. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't really been in the mood to read this kind of book, but I have a feeling I'm going to really like it. And basically, in this world, there's different types of witches, and our main character, Sophia, is a truth witch, which basically means that she can tell when someone is lying to her or when someone is telling the truth. And she is a very rare type of witch, and from what I've gathered, this book kind of has to do with her and her best friend, and her best friend is what's called a Fred witch, which basically means she can see the threads that connect everyone in the world and stuff, and connects everything and stuff like that, and it's supposed to be like a friendship book. I don't really know anything, I don't really know that much about it, I can't really remember, it's been a while, but I'm like interested to see where this book goes, but I'm also like, this is probably one of the only ones I picked up from the library that I'm not like, I need to get to this book right now, it's probably amazing, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's this book for me, but I did pick it up, and I'll probably end up reading it, and I'll probably end up loving it, who knows, but Truth Witch, because again, why the hell not? But at least I'm not going out and spending money on books that I'll know I'll never read. So there's that. But right, okay, finishing the video. Last book I picked up is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I love her. I love the Lunar Chronicles series. She's the author of the Lunar Chronicles series, if you guys didn't know that. And I have heard amazing things about this book. And I saw it at the library and I was like, you know what? Let's read the synopsis. Let's see if we want to get it. And I want to get it. This book takes place in Wonderland, following our main character, Catherine. I was going to say Charlotte. That wouldn't have been right. Our main character, Catherine, who basically wants to take her life into her own hands. She wants to open a bakery. She wants to court this guy that she fell in love with. But she has to do these things in secret because the king kind of fancies her and, well, you don't really want to disobey the king now, do you? Of Wonderland, let's be honest. And that just sounds really, really interesting, and I don't really know anything about it other than that everyone has said this is a really good book, and it sounds like a really good book, and it's taking place in a world that I absolutely love, and so therefore, you guys ready for it? I'm super excited to get to this book. God, that's my catchphrase now. It's not a very good catchphrase. But yes! That is all the books that I have for this library haul. Stay tuned for another one in about 3 weeks because I'm sure there'll be 7 more goddamn books to show you guys. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys are new here, make sure to stick around. And if you do, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Why do I do this to myself? But do you guys like the new background? I kind of like it. Like it's nice having something behind me. It makes me feel more secure and like I have a very stable thing, you know? You know, it's easy and it's easy thing to set up because it doesn't really matter where I put my camera specifically. Wow, this video is over. I need to stop. Okay, thumbnail.